Dan Illman and Matt Burney are taking a look at the Grade 1 Brea Stakes for 3-year-old fillies on opening day Tuesday at the great race place, Santa Anita. Let's take a look at this field. We're traveling 7 furlongs, and this is just a mouth-watering matchup between two top 3-year-old fillies. The morning line favorite, the number 7 Paradise Woods for Richard Mandella, and the number 3 Unique Bella for Jerry Hollendorfer.
These are the two horses that all year they said they were basically the 3-year-old kind of champions as far as the fillies are concerned. Now, neither one of them is going to win champion 3-year-old filly. Abel Tasman will, but everyone kind of said that these are the two most talented, and it was for a number of reasons. We didn't get any sort of matchup before this, but here we are now at 7/8 of a mile on opening day.
Before we discuss their merits, again, DRF Bets presents our stakes previews each weekend. $200 free bet, no deposit required for new DRF Bets signups. Go to drf.com/join. Please, please, please use the promo code FREEBET09. Let's start with Unique Bella. What happened in the Breeders' Cup? She was bad.
She was terrible. Now, they went fast. I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt there, but you're not supposed to stop the way that she did. And I was a little bit dubious of how good she was. I thought she was a little bit overblown going into it, because on paper, what's she actually done? She's run well enough. She's never taken a step forward. This is what she's been from basically day one. I think she's a nice horse. I won't be surprised at all if she wins. She still needs to improve if she's going to win.
Now, you mentioned she went fast, and she did in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. Perhaps this time form U.S. pace projector is kinder to Unique Bella this time around, because as you see by that blue bar, our friends at Timeform US believe that this race will favor horses on or near the early lead. Unique Bella could be sitting second off of Princess Karen, a horse that she has bested on more than one occasion in the past.
You know what the problem I have with Unique Bella is? She still doesn't have a brain yet, where she still just wants to go. She doesn't know her own good. You know, she just goes fast. It is what it is. I wonder, against a better field like we saw in the Breeders' Cup and like you see here in the Brea, does that just not work? Can you beat up an inferior competition when you just go and whatever, you're just better than everybody else? In a field where you may not be the most talented horse naturally, I don't think you can afford to be some headstrong crazy out there.
If you're Mike Smith on Unique Bella, do you not worry about Princess Karen? She's fast, Princess Karen. You just go. You don't want Princess Karen to clear. And what if all of a sudden your main competition is sitting right outside, locking Unique Bella in and among horses?
Well, that's the other thing, too, to keep in mind. Paradise Woods, it's not like she's slow. She could easily be in that position as well. And if Flavian Pratt has the opportunity to pin her in, Unique Bella, I think if you're Mike Smith, you just got to go.
It looks like Richard Mandella's gotten Paradise Woods back into form following that disastrous run in the Kentucky Oaks race. Everything, weather, pace conspired against her. The Torrey Pines was a disappointing performance, but then she was good in the Zenyatta blitzing that field around 2 turns. She was good in the Breeders' Cup Distaff, where she ended up eventually down on the deeper inside footing against a good Forever Unbridled and a really good Abel Tasman. She's got that stalking ability. What do you think about her at 7?
I don't know. I think it might be a little bit on the short side. I think her best asset is that kind of natural speed that she has going a mile and a 16th or a mile and an 8th. Having said that, I don't think she is without a chance in here by any stretch. I think she could work out arguably the best trip of them all in here.
Those are the two big names. They're going to take the lion's share of the wagering, but Bob Baffert could be lurking in the weeds with the number 5 Fabian, who's a graded stakes winner around 2 turns, second in the prestigious Test Stakes at this distance at Saratoga. I mean, that's basically the signature race for 3-year-old filly sprinters. Here's a Bob Baffert formulator fact to consider. Over the past 5 years with 3-year-olds, coming off of a moderate-sized layoff in graded stake dirt sprint, 40%, and rare for Baffert, a really solid return on investment, $3.46. She doesn't have the gaudy speed figures. She hasn't dazzled visually like Unique Bella or Paradise Woods, but she's okay.
Yeah, she's okay, and I think that's the thing. She's going to need to run the race of her life if she's going to be competitive in here. The two big girls, they kind of lay over this field right now. The interesting thing is, you know, it was bizarre when Baffert ran her in the Lewis, because you just kind of looked at it and you said, you were second in a grade 1 last time out. Why all of a sudden you here? And usually when Baffert does that, it's not a positive. There's a reason that they're there, and it's not a good one. I think the fact that she's back here, she's going to be ready to go.
Miss Sunset's really underrated.
Yes.
She's won 7 of 11 lifetime starts. She has won 4 out of her last 5 and is bringing a 3-race win streak into the La Brea. Now, she's down inside. She likes to be forward. I think she's got to really be hustled out of there by Julian Leparoux to grab a position. She's yet to crack 90 on the Beyer scale, and I think that hurts her.
Miss Sunset, to me, is the loser of the draw, because now Leparoux's got one job, and he's got to send her. You can't take back, because then you're going to get shuffled, and you're going to give up position to the horses you need to beat.
One of your favorite 3-year-old fillies is the number 4 Mopatism, and you know something? It's a shame she's only won 2 of 13, because there have been situations where she's been troubled a little bit, and maybe she could have won a couple of those races earlier this year where she was second. The Cotillion, it was her usual even performance. She was never going to win the Breeders' Cup Distaff. She tried hard in an even effort. I kind of like her cutting back to 7. I know all of her wins have come around 2 turns. What I don't like is if that pace projector plays out. You know something? I think they're going to go faster than what Timeform US predicts.
And if they do, then she's going to have a chance to come with a run at the end. I think she's honest. That's my favorite part about her. Very rarely are you going to get a complete dud out of her. She's going to show up and run a race. More often than not, it's not good enough against the best of the best. But now in this instance, if they throw it down early, she's going to come with a run late.
Let's talk about Princess Karen, because she was up and on that fast pace in the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint, and she understandably tired, but she still finished ahead of Unique Bella, which had to be shocking, considering that each and every time they faced each other in the past, it was no sweat for Unique Bella. Kent DeZormo's just going to break, try to get to the lead, and try to go as fast as he can, as far as he can. I like Princess Karen at 6 better than 7.
I agree with that, and I like her against Lesser. I just don't think she's this good.
Marley's Freedom is the number 2 in this field, and Marley's Freedom is rock solid for Bob Hess. Has won 2 out of her last 3, but talk about a class hike.
Both of the victories outright gate-to-wire fashion. I can't imagine a scenario where the 2 clears off.
Now, before we reveal our picks, I want to let everyone know that my pick is one of those weird Dan Illman picks where it's not exactly like, I can't wait to bet my top selection.
Sure.
But this is a horse that maybe if you could split the 2 favorites, perhaps you might be able to make some money in exotic. So let's cue the La Brea, and please don't cringe at home. Just a Little Hope, the number 6 in here. I like what I've seen from her recently, and I like that Dan Hendricks is putting blinkers on. I think it will get her into the race a little bit quicker. She obviously is going to have to run the race of her life, not only to beat Paradise Woods, but to beat Paradise Woods and Unique Bella. But I think there's something here, and I think that if the pace is a little bit faster than expected, she can come with a run and get a piece of this at a gigantic mutual.
Yeah, you know what? I'm not ever going to bash anybody taking a long shot in here. I think it's a scenario where if things do heat up, which there's a real scenario where they do, she's going to come with a run at the end of it. You're going to be, again, if you like her, you like Mopatism, you like anybody that's going to be coming from the back, you're going to be at the mercy of, are they going to go fast enough up front where it takes a starch out of one another and it can set up for a horse from out of it?
I just find it interesting that Dan Hendricks is here, especially off a 2.5-month layoff with a horse that just got beaten in N2X. I think he likes the way she's been training. She obviously has to run her best race. Like you, of the 2 big names, I prefer Paradise Woods. I like the fact that she seems in better form coming into this race. While I agree with you, she might want slightly longer. She does have that 5.5 furlong maiden win in her hip pocket. So Paradise Woods is your top pick. You're going 7-3-1-4. Is this just a simple 7-3 cold punch for you? Do you try to play triple, or do you simply just try to get involved with the 7 and the 3 and move on in multis?
No, you know what the weird thing is? I picked her second, but to me, Unique Bella is a prime candidate to win or be out completely, because I don't know what you're going to get out of her. I maintained earlier this year I thought Paradise Woods was better than Unique Bella. I still think she's better than Unique Bella, mainly because I know that she's got a little bit of a brain to her. Where Unique Bella, that she's just that raw power that until she proves to me that she can harness that and relax, to me she's very, very volatile. I would try to beat her every day.
For me, it would be just the slightest of stabs to win on the 6, Just a Little Hope, mostly using her underneath the big names in exotics. And from a multiple race standpoint, I only have one A, and that is your top pick, the 7 Paradise Woods, with my pick just the slightest of backups as a C on Steve Christ's ticket maker. Again, if you are playing this really nice card on opening day at Santa Anita from home, please consider DRF Bets. You'll receive a $200 free bet, no deposit required. drf.com/join, promo code FREEBET09, an approximate post time for the Grade 1 La Brea, 3 o'clock Pacific. Good luck.